We have one final example that I'd like to take a look at. We have f of x equals x to the fourth minus 9x squared plus 18. I see that I have a degree here of 4, which means, and I'm going to skip down to the name of the polynomial. That means that it is quartic. Remember, quart, 4 of them in a gallon, quartic. And there are 3 terms, which makes it a trinomial. The shape, if it is 4, then that is going to be either a W or an M. Because the sign in front of the x to the fourth is positive, that means that it is W-shaped because it opens up like you would if it were a positive x squared with a parabola. That means that it is going to rise right and left because a W rises to the right and rises to the left. My y-intercept is my c value, which means that my y-intercept is 0, 18. And my x-intercepts, I need to factor this. I look at it and say, I know that I'm going to have an x squared and an x squared, and I need 2 numbers that multiply to 18 and add to -9. And I know that they both need to be negative, and I think -6 times -3, because -6 times -3 is -9. So I have -6 and -3. I need to then solve these by setting this equal to 0. When I take x squared minus 6 equal to 0, I add 6 to both sides, I get x squared equals 6 square root, and I get x equals plus or minus the square root of 6, which is approximately equal to about 2.8. So 2.80 and -2.80. Because we're on this graph where you can't get super detailed, we're just going to leave it at that. Moving to x squared minus 3 equal to 0. I add 3 to both sides to get x squared equal to 3. Square root, and I get x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3, which if you remember from 1.70 and -1.70. So now we can start graphing these. Because I have 0, 18, once again I'm going to go up by 2's. And down by 2's. And I can go out. I'm actually going to go out again like I did last time, where every other one is 1, because then that way I can get that accuracy with the decimal point. So I plot my points. I have 0, 18, positive and negative 1.7, and positive and negative, sorry, not 2.8, 2.4. I can't read my own handwriting apparently. So negative 2.4, positive 2.4. Now because these are so close to each other, we're going to have them dip down. We know it has to go up this way, and we know it has to go up this way, which means that it's going to dip here and dip here, and it's going to go up here. Now we could put in values, and because 2 is almost halfway in between, we can do that. So let's go ahead and check those to make sure that we have what we're looking for. We put in -2 and positive 2. That's -2 to the fourth minus 9 times 2 squared plus 18, which gives you 16 minus 36 plus 18, which gives you -2, which the nice part, because this is symmetric, is I know that that will also mean that this 2 to the 4th minus 9 times 2 squared plus 18 will give you 16 minus 36 plus 18 again, equal also to -2, which means we did graph it correctly. Your job now is to go ahead and complete this U-try problem. Sketch the graph out to the best of your ability. Don't worry if it's not perfect as long as it's neat. Write your summary and bring your question to class tomorrow.